So you're going by the zodiac out here. Remember, this is 12 divided by 9 divided by 12 again. So this is why the padas are important, because you're following the energy of the zodiac inside of a subdivision, of a fractal, so that the personality is a division of full-on Aries, full-on Aries, with a mixture of the nakshatra lord inside of here, which is Ketu. Then over here you have Venus. This one's ruled by Venus, so you have Aries with Venus, with a mixture of Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. Right here, this group here, with Bharani. In this one, you have Kritika and Rohini and Mrigashira. You got three of them. And this is here. Taurus, for instance, begins with Capricorn, a Capricorn energy, and it ends with Virgo energy. It's about Earth and Earth. It begins with Earth and ends in Earth. See, that's begins in Earth and ends in Earth. Gemini, for instance, begins in Libra, an air sign, and it ends in a Gemini. Cancer begins with Cancer, and it ends in Pisces. So this one is water to water. And remember here, this is where Sirius is. The blue star. Right here. Between at Pisces and Aries. That's where Sirius is. But this is a secret of your Venus sign. For your growth. And when you do the chart, when you go clockwise, when you're following it clockwise, this is your spiritual growth. Because Venus is about your spirit. It's about growing inside of you. If you go the other way, so you're going this way. This is your spiritual growth. When you go clockwise to 2, clockwise to 3, clockwise to 4, clockwise to 5. This way is your spiritual growth. When you can go this way as well, backwards. This is material growth. But that's the secret of growth in your chart. Good hunting. You stay positive. You say what you want. Positive law is things that you should do. It's things that push you forward. It is not avoidances. Avoidances are negative law. The do nots. The stay aways. The keep outs. Those are the negative laws. The positive law is what you should do, which is learn and teach, which is experience and share for perspective. In your chart, it is spiritual growth. It's material growth. This is the way the planets are moving. Because the planets are the karmas. And I'm going to get into that later. But first I want to finish up with Sirius. I am far from that. I am far from done with that. But you stay positive. Positive law. Positive law is not codes. It's not statutes disguised as law. It's God's will. It's in the zodiac, it's everything above. It's everything above. Especially here with Sirius, opposite Sirius, is up here, is the bear. Okay. The highest is going to be the dragon, and the king, and the queen. But I'm going to get into that in the future. I'm going to get into that later. But right now, you should learn to walk with authority. Because you know what to do. You have the weight of the law on you. Because even though this is a bear, in visual, a bear does not have this tail. This is just a story, but still, it is, you have the sages here, the 7 sages. You have the 7. You have the 7 sages here. I don't know what this part here is. Okay. But still, you have the 7 sages here. I'm still learning about this. So don't expect anything coming soon, but there's plenty of other things to teach. Wherever your Venus is, place the head of the star at that location. Overlay each point to and from that location. And follow the clockwise or counterclockwise direction. Research that particular pada in any way you know how. And welcome to your new you, personalized for you never knew existed. Yet you kind of feel is appropriate for you as you research those 5 points. Maybe it's what you always wanted to do. Maybe it's what you always avoided. You're going to see there's some things that you should have considered, but it's always been in your head. Your thoughts are not your own. This is the only way I know how to interpret this. You will see there is a hidden personality harmony in these 5 points, an underlying pattern in those pada personalities that only you can see is true if you do the research. This is a secret. These 5 points are a secret that you don't know about. Everyone goes 72 degrees. You don't go 72 degrees. You go 144 degrees. You skip one. You go from this one to this one, and then here, and then there, and then there, and then there. If you go 72 degrees each one, you go around this circle once. But instead, you skip one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you know what happens? You go through this twice. And when you get to the end, you're on your way to the 3rd. That's why this is important. It's a cycle. That's the energy that you're going. This is the momentum that you're building up. If you go around twice, you're building up momentum. If you go around once, it's just a merry-go-round. It's just a roller coaster. But if you go around twice, you're building up momentum. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the secret to Phi. 1.618-033-998. This is the secret of Phi. This is the secret of Phi. You're building up momentum. Okay? You're building up momentum as you go out. You are building on what came before. That's the secret of Phi. You are building on what came before you. And then the next is going to build off of you. This is beautiful right here. This is absolutely beautiful. Wow, that is nice. I like that. And this is also why when you do the cross ahead, on you, you're cutting. You don't do the cross. You use the phi.
Let's make an organic wave. Do the hand sign and create the up pattern. This would be the sign of blessing and not this one. This is the Heil Hitler. HH. H is the 8th letter of the alphabet. Even then, they were trying to close you up in an eternal loop. The metaverse.
You can basically do anything with synthetic RNA.
If you want to bless synthetic life, give it the cross. If you want to bless organic life, give it the wave. But if you give organic life the cross, it becomes a curse.
Good threading, everyone.